Hello, hello.
Whoa, there we go.
Everybody here? We got everybody? Yeah, there's Skizzleman. Trying to watch my stream, but apparently I'm dropping 60% of my frames. Oh my gosh. I may have to turn off my webcam because this is ridiculous. How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, you're talking to them. Or
I need to fix my VCR tracking on Impulse again though.
Yeah. No, this is like my internet is just getting worse and worse every day. And it's time I call somebody. Yeah, that's
call
terrible.
Tech support.
Who needs frames? You guys only need 30% of the frames,
just,
right?
We need you just need one frame every 30 seconds.
Oh,
and you're fine.
So frustrating, so frustrating. All right, I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit because when I post it to YouTube, I get copyright strikes. So we'll see if turning it down works.
All right.
Yeah, I'm very excited to talk. I don't know about you guys. Okay.
I'm not.
I am so excited to talk about this one. I'm sad. It's a bittersweet moment, no doubt about that.
Bad.
Man, oh man, there is some content to talk about in this episode.
It definitely is.
So I don't even know. I haven't seen the pictures, so I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna.
Wait,
you haven't even seen the
pictures of you.
Yeah.
I slave all night until like 3 a.m. to get you pictures.
Yeah.
And you didn't even look at them?
I couldn't get it.
I'm kidding. It didn't take me that long. Like 10 minutes in the morning at work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
sorry.
Going website to website. Mm-hmm.
Copy paste. Yeah.
Yes.
Windows
last
snip
night's
tool.
episode was epic. It was an epic sode. But unfortunately, it's the end of the season. And now we have to wait. How long, Mkbean? Like 3 years before it comes back?
I think the long winter has begun, and I've heard rumors that the next season won't come out until 2019.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I'm hoping it'll come out just kind of maybe in the fall of 2018, but man, it's gonna be a long time. For 6 episodes too.
Hey, there's Momo.
Did you say 2019?
Hello, hello.
That's just I know it's hearsay. I know. Don't.
It can be that long. I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. Again, I'm hoping the same thing that Gorwing said there, right? Maybe late 2018, but never know.
Jeez, unreal.
Damn, that's true. Let's get started. We have so many pictures.
Yeah, we gotta get going.
Pictures. Okay, maybe not that many.
Come on, let's get right to it.
Like a million pictures. So we'll get right into it.
There's one missing.
We're gonna dive right in.
Yep.
Starts off, got some Unsullied hanging out, just standing around.
Yep.
In nicely organized little squares there with nice tunnels.
I know, huh?
So Dothraki horses can get through. I noticed they planned ahead. That was good thinking on their part.
I know, man. These guys, and they were crazy, and they don't even flinch. What if this was an attack on them? They didn't even flinch.
Yeah, they just got ready for it.
So, what was up with the oil? What were they gonna do with the oil?
They're gonna dump it on them
their
over the
heads?
wall.
Like,
And I'm thinking that's stupid, though. Isn't oil flammable?
Well, yep, dude.
Just saying.
They know what
Just
they're
saying.
doing, buddy.
I know, obviously.
Haven't you seen Braveheart? They dump the oil over top, then they shoot a flamethrower at it, and boom.
When you have a dragon that will just blow up all that oil, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the dragon could have came in and just blew the whole place up.
Well, they were just following protocol.
The thing is, it was all in barrels. It couldn't have been boiling for long if it was barreled.
That was something I thought about. Like he's like, how many do you have? Bron says, how many? He's all 500. He's all, make 500 more. All right, so like 10 of them will be hot.
Yeah.
And then like 490 barrels of just oil or tar. So the people at the bottom will be like, no, you know what? It's just not that bad. it's lukewarm.
It's got my eye a little bit, but other than that, it's fine.
He's setting orders on the defense of King's Landing, which seems kind of odd. But Bron, he's elevated his position.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's money.
He's become somebody.
Yeah. He's a someone now. All right. Next up, we get to the meeting, I believe, right?
Well, this is a bit of a reunion takes place, which is very interesting. For many people, craziness.
It was.
It was
Yeah.
so weird seeing all these people that hadn't seen each other in forever, thought each other was dead, all that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden they're back together. And this reunion was very interesting, these two, because I'm pretty sure she thought he was dead because she tried to kill him.
She thought she killed him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was kind of glad to see her, and she was glad that it was weird. It was a weird dynamic.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, there was no disrespect. This was a very respectful meeting. And just like who was it? Evil Notion said it, right? I was only protecting her, and he said so was I, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They both realized they were both there for the same reason.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they fought.
And then
in the
he's like,
first place.
"Where is
Gonna have
she?"
to go back and watch that, but.
Yeah, if she's there, how are you protecting her? And she said, the only one who's going to need protecting is whoever gets in her way.
And he said, it won't be me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
great.
good. That was good. Like, she doesn't need us anymore.
Yeah.
Well, first up, guys, the Hound he's a tall man in real life. Brienne, she's not wearing heels, okay? She is just as tall.
Yeah.
That's crazy because in a few pictures we've got the Clegane showdown, and we know the Mountain is a huge man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking these people here about the same height, and you're going to see how tall Brienne would be next to the Mountain. So it's crazy.
Yes, dude.
He's 6'3". Wow. There you go.
Jeez.
Captain
Should have played in the
6'3".
WNBA or something. Jeez.
I love Rory McCann. Rory McCann. That's a good guy. Just saying.
Who's Rory McCann?
That's the Hound. Yep, that's right.
You heard me.
Oh boy.
So, like I said, very interesting meeting coming up here between, as Tyrion put it, a lot of people that don't like each other, right? He said something to that effect. They all wanted to kill each other, basically. But these two also were awesome, because his conversation with Bran was, like, Bran was saying that, he was saying that you weren't doing something selfish, and Bran's like, yeah, I was. I'm bringing Cersei two people who she wants to kill, and she's gonna thank me for it, So
It was like, I know what I'm doing.
And after all that, he's like, what do you say? It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you, old friend. It's good to see you too. They really do enjoy each other's company,
Mm-hmm.
And it's because Bronn is that character that, in the end, is all about Bronn. Everything's about Bronn.
Yep.
How much gold is Bronn going to get? But I think he has a genuine, affection towards Tyrion.
You really think he would have
and Jaime, I think,
fought
too.
to save Tyrion's life when they wanted him to go through the sky ceiling or whatever? If he didn't care for him a little bit, I mean, you think it was all
He didn't
just
do it
know him
because
that well.
He didn't do it because he cared for him. He did it because he knew he was a Lannister. He knew he was going to win the fight, and he knew that he'd be in his debt. They didn't even know each other at that time. That was the first time we saw Bronn. You know what I mean?
Post that, though, they really did make a connection. And it's obvious here when they're on different sides and they're still like, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, man. Well, we might have to kill each other someday, but it's good to see you.
And look at Pod. Look how happy Pod is to be
love
walking.
Pod.
Podrick Payne.
Hey, buddy.
Exactly.
There was
He is awesome.
There was a pretty funny joke that happened before that, but we can't bring that up.
No, we
about
cannot.
Pod.
No, we cannot. That was good.
Magical. Yeah.
Yep.
Pod is magical.
Yeah. And that goes way back. That goes back several seasons, man.
I think that was the first or second season. I mean, that was a long time ago. Wow.
So finally, everybody gets settled in, and then they're waiting for a very long time, right?
Yeah.
As Cersei put it before Dany arrives.
Cersei's terrible.
She is.
We've been
awful.
Here a long. What she said? She didn't say
We've been
long.
here quite some time.
Quite some time.
Yeah.
Looked to me.
This was
like it was about 30 seconds.
About
before,
even.
Like what people said down.
You made them wait. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just simmer down.
I don't know about you guys, but when this happened, when Dany arrived, you had her and you had the other dragon. I was thinking it probably would have been better to just bring Drogon and not bring the other dragon, because it was a tell, and Cersei picked up on it, right? Why wasn't there 3 dragons? Just bring one. There's no reason to bring the entire fleet, but like she said, she knew she was trying to show her all the power that she had.
And if that's a good point, it would have been more strategic to just do the one.
Yeah.
Unless it would have been like, do you think she lost 2 of them? But I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think that would have happened then, yeah. But, you know, it's grand entrance into the dragon pit. You got Drogon he's so big. He is a big boy.
Yeah, we like him. Oh, man, he's scary.
Some serious fear in their eyes when she flew in on that. You could see it.
Yep.
They did a
Cersei
great
was
job.
like, yeah, Cersei, and right in that moment, Cersei was like, all this woman has to do is say the word, and it's curtains. You know what I mean? Where we cannot defend this.
Did you guys see any kind of fear in Cersei's face when the dragon came? I mean,
a little bit.
I did. Yeah,
I saw more fear in
what's
Jaime
coming
again.
up. Oh, yeah.
Because I think he's
the one who's seen the damage. He's seen what the dragon has done.
True.
You know.
And then,
come on, move on.
I thought this was interesting that before anything starts, the Hound just straight up walks up to his brother. Just like, forget this meeting's even happening. I got something to say to my brother. We gotta get this off. I gotta get this off my chest. Crazy.
That was an incredible scene. Do you think that's still Thor Bjornsson playing the Mountain?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It was the third actor to play the Mountain, but yes, it is him.
I love how the Hound is like, "Jeez, you're uglier than me."
Yeah. And you know what, guys? Is he not getting uglier? It's like he is literally decomposing.
Like his face is melting.
He's decaying. Yeah. He's like dead.
But it's got to be on purpose.
I mean, they're making it look worse. Maybe
foreshadowing something there. They're gonna go to fight, and he's just like all the skin's just gonna fall off his face.
I know.
His arms gonna fall out of socket and just fall off. Oh.
They do not like each other.
I thought that was weird though, because the Hound was standing there waiting for this conversation to start. He gets up, he goes talks to his brother, and then he just leaves. He just walks out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done talking now. I'm out. We'll see later why, but because he had to haul something on his back apparently.
That was weird. Peace, I'm out of here.
They actually had a little fight scene in season 1. Actually,
I remember.
That's when the Mountain went after a horse.
Yeah.
Remember?
Cut it in half, and then during the fight scene, King Robert tells them to stop or whatever, and the Hound just immediately bows to the king, and because of the bow, the Mountain's sword goes right over his head.
Yep. It was awesome.
And jumping ahead a little bit, because Euron had to get a couple words in also before the meeting started.
He did.
Kind of jumped out of place a little bit.
That was a little weird.
Yeah.
That was annoying.
Everybody's got some unfinished business they wanted to settle before they talked about the real issue at hand. So that was but that was awesome though. I thought that was really cool how first Jaime tried to get him to sit down, and that didn't work, of course, because Euron doesn't respect Jaime at all. But then Cersei was like, "Yeah, sit down," and then he did. Sit down or leave, or you can leave, I think she said. Right.
But do you remember that was an interesting scene to me, because it wasn't until he was talking about their family, because he was talking to Tyrion, and he was like, "We would have tossed you," and he's like, "You're a burden on your parents," and that's when the brother and sister were like, "Sit down." Like you crossed the line here. It was very interesting.
Yeah, and I agree here with Rock On. He said it was odd, right, that nobody actually went to protect Cersei. I would have thought the Mountain would have at least stepped forward a little bit.
I was going to bring that up. So I watched it a second. You mean when the White Walker came out?
Yeah. Not the White Walker, but the other there, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, the other. When he came out and she freaked out, I watched it a second time. And I was like, it's people that give Cersei a little bit of lip, and the Mountain steps in front of her. Why is he just standing there? But if you watch it, he actually does end up coming in front of her. It's just, there was something weird about that original choreography, I think it was supposed to be centered around her fear at that moment. But if you watch that scene again in the background, you'll see him step in front of her. But it was kind of weird because everybody was right away.
I figured everybody was just as scared as she was and not willing to move. They were just frozen, like they're in headlights,
Yeah,
it was a good thing that the Hound can really figure out the distance just to make it that close. That
was crazy, and he wasn't planning on kicking that box over either. So he really had to measure it. I don't think it was supposed to initially be that close, but he had to kick the box over. But that moment too was well played. I thought he opened. So earlier you saw him talking to the soldiers, like, any of you touch this and I'm going to kill you first, right? So it kind of set up this, like, what happened later in that he opens the box, nothing's happening. The whole time you're thinking, oh my gosh, did the soldiers, like, go to look at what was in the box? And this thing jumped out, killed them, and now you got dead men on the loose inside the city? You know, like, there was enough pause there for your brain to start spinning around that idea. And it was very eerie to think that that could have actually happened. And then finally he kicks the box over, the thing comes flying out, and you're like, oh, okay, it's all fine.
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason that just reminded me, though. Before Cersei came out and she was talking to the mountain, or actually to Jaime, I love what she talks about. She says, if anything goes, kill the silver-haired beep first, then our brother, then the bastard who calls himself king, then the rest of them you can kill in any order you see fit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you saw Jaime's reaction to that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of wondering, when is Jaime going to just, like, actually open his eyes and be like, he's actually evil? It's not that I disagree with...
It happened this episode.
It did. Yeah, we'll get there. But how much did it take? My goodness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, speaking of, Jamie didn't look too happy here.
Yeah, you know, just kind of sitting there. Cersei looks great, though. I'm sorry, she looks great. Great. Again, I'm a huge person into the costume design. Yeah. I've said it before. Yeah. The Queen's Guard, I love their all-black uniforms with her crown. His Lannister, the whole thing. I mean...
Yeah, I know.
I want these people to dress me on a daily basis. Okay, I need to look that good.
You're still not going to be cool if they do, buddy.
If I had a golden hand, come on.
Well, maybe.
Come on. Yeah, but she wasn't the happiest camper.
She was. But hold on, let's dig into that. Why do you think that was? Why did she come out immediately frustrated? I have my own theory. Because she was like,
I think she came out because... I think because, well, first off, she didn't want to have this meeting, but it's because of Jaime brokered this deal. I personally don't even think she wanted anything to do with it.
I think that she was so overly frustrated and rude because she, as evil as she is, she's not stupid. She's beat. Like, she is absolutely beat, and there's nothing she can do about it. You know what I mean? Like this, they got these dragons, they have the Dothraki. I am losing. I cannot win this. You know what I mean? So now that's why she's getting as cunning as she is too for any dying chance. But she thinks just by overpowering, she's almost like getting her last licks in.
You think if she was in a better position of power, she would have accepted this meeting idea?
If she was in a better position
to win this war, do you think she would have been like, yeah, let's meet? I don't know that she would have.
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so. I think it would have been a waste of her time, you know? Yeah, she was. I mean, you saw what she tried to do. She tried to get Jon to not denounce because she didn't know that he had, but she tried to get him assurance that he wasn't going to side with Khaleesi. I still call her Khaleesi. But she tried to get him to, you know, she's just anything she can to move the chips in her favor because she's aware that she's not looking so well. And Jaime keeps telling her over and over, we can't win this. We're going to lose. We can't do this anymore. And she doesn't want to listen to him. She's frustrated, man.
Yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Yeah, she had no idea Jon and Dany were a thing.
No, and you know, and this is her thing. She's like, hey, listen, we'll agree to this. But yeah, I mean, the conditions she put on Jon, right? Jon, Cersei. Jon is just. Yeah. Unfortunately, he is like his father, Ned, and that's the guy who raised him, so that's his father. But he's just, well, the guy he needs to learn to lie a little bit.
Yeah. That was Tyrion's point.
Just a little bit. Come on.
What did you want me to do? You could lie a little bit.
I mean, everybody knew it. The Dothraki don't even speak their language, and they knew it.
Oh, God. Like they just facepalm the Dothraki. They're just like, oh. Come on, dude.
Oh, man.
Let's take a moment to say thank you to Lena. She donated $5 to the stream. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Got a message here that says, thank you so much for the last few weeks. I can't watch your chat right now because I haven't seen the finals yet, but I will watch this back. Don't forget to thank MK as well from me. I will really miss these. Do them again next year. We definitely will. Yeah, we're gonna miss these too. These have been a lot of fun, for sure. Thank you, Lena, if you happen to be watching. Hopefully we didn't spoil.
Yeah, very cool.
That. We do appreciate it. And Skiz, I believe you might have got one from her as well.
I see it too on my phone. That's really super cool. Thank you.
And that's why she said thank you to Mkbean as well. Because I'm assuming you don't.
No. No, really, really super cool. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you though. It's like, if you have not seen this, if there's anybody who's not seen this episode, please check out right now. We don't want to give anything away here.
Yeah, this is kind of a biggie.
Yeah.
The finale. Yeah, just a little bit.
So let me ask you guys. Here's the deal though, okay? Because I think I want to talk about this scene a little bit. I think that there's a lot of merit in what they're saying, their frustration with Jon. They're basically saying, you're noble, and you, bravo, you know what I mean? But geez, you need to recognize, look at the climate of the environment, and sometimes you're going to have to tell a little white lie when it means saving mankind. And so that's what their frustration with him. But in his way, he's almost like innately and like organically built against, going against his word, which is a good thing. So the audience, meaning us, is they're sort of siding with Daenerys and Tyrion this whole time. But then Jon goes and he gives his one speech, and it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a great speech when he's like, when people, when people start, what does he say? When the trust of a word is gone, then there's, I can't remember how he says it, but he basically says all there is just better and better lies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Words mean nothing is what he says. When the word's gone, words mean nothing. And it's one of those things where it's like, it really is about the bigger picture with this guy. It's not just about the moment or his honor. He's like, this is a big deal. We have to be forthcoming with each other, or our children are totally screwed.
Even Dany told him, I'm grateful for your loyalty, but my dragon died so we could be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, everyone feels the gravity of the situation, and Jon does too. He's just a little slow. That's all. Just a little slow.
Yeah. He knew he messed up, because after they all walked out, he didn't turn at all. He was still just facing Cersei's empty chair for a long time, just staring at it.
Like, what have I done? To me,
that was the statement that he had realized, whoops, I'm an idiot. All it took was for me to tell a little fib. So.
Yeah. And look what Stardate's put in here. But say he lied, Cersei would have still betrayed him. And if anything, she may have betrayed them even worse. True. That's a very good point. When you have one person who's, true to their word and one person who isn't, then you really have a situation where nothing can be trusted, because all you need is one person. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was. What did you guys think about when Euron just got up and left? I love how he says, "Do they swim?"
No. They sold me.
They
did too. They sold me as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely 100%. I thought that mother. I tell you what.
I was like, that guy's a piece of work, man.
Yep. Just out for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He did it.
What do we got next? What do we got next? Oh,
we got the confrontation.
Yeah. So they get up and leave, but Brienne wasn't done fighting this fight, was she?
Right.
Her and Jaime go way back. They got a bit of a bond here, and she thought she could get in his ear and try to fix this herself. And she had such a good point. Forget loyalty to some house.
Forget honor. Yeah.
There was an F word. Forget.
That's been replaced in songs and stuff. It works.
Forget.
Forget you.
You guys nailed it. Good job.
Yeah, that's
right. Hopefully we were in sequence on the stream.
That was pretty good. Yeah. That was pretty good.
We've got a Sheen show starting next week.
But again, Jaime was just, I don't know, very disappointing in this. Because she had a solid point and he knew it. And he looks at Cersei and he's like, what am I going to do? I can't talk her into anything. She owned him.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he needs to stand up. Well, here's the deal, though, and this is an actual real question. Is this the first time that Brienne has ever seen one of these creatures?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
So what I liked about this was when she said forget honor, her entire character is centered around honor.
She's like Jon. She's the female version of Jon.
Yes, dude. And she says forget honor, and he's like, what? Like, how's this coming from you? Mm-hmm. And obviously her point is, do you not realize that gold on your shoulder and all these squabbles and the last names of these people mean nothing right now? Like, nothing. They mean nothing. We have to band together or we're all dead. Mm-hmm. that was the point she was trying, and it only took this one little demonstration, to prove it to her. And I'll tell you, Cersei doesn't get it.
Well, she was listening in, right? I mean, it wasn't a long conversation, and she was looking back at that conversation.
She was like 6 feet away.
I know, huh? Crazy.
Oh, man. That was weird.
It was.
There, I turned Skiz up a little bit. They're saying you're quiet. Thanks, Math Girl. Yeah, so...
All is lost at this point, and Tyrion steps up and says, hey, listen, I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to go talk to my sister.
The littlest man showed the biggest amount of courage I've seen in a long time. That was incredible. Even when Jaime left, when they left, the way they looked at each other, Jaime had this look of like, this might be the last time I see him alive, which is kind of mind blowing because you want him alive, and he's in the room with your sister. Go do something.
Yeah, go.
Oh, he's killing me.
Yeah, like he's like, I tried to talk to her, she kicked me out. Hangs his head, walks away.
Yes, Leather. I agree, 100%. I see that coming. I think most people see that coming, but I think it might end up being Tyrion.
But he's, should we say our goodbyes now? Like, you're in trouble, buddy. You're going to go in there with her. And for a moment, you thought it was going to be it. Right?
So I don't have a picture, so we have to talk about this, right? We have to talk about their confrontation or their meeting, if you will. Now, we have to... did you guys think the Mountain had any chance of killing him, or was going to kill him?
In that... Wait, who?
When Tyrion came in the room with Cersei...
dude, I put nothing past this show, and that's what makes the Game of Thrones the most amazing show in the world, is that there's no formula. And I was like, he very well could kill him right now. You know what I mean? I'm like, the way this show works, I wasn't left or right on that. She's been wanting to do this forever. She just couldn't pull the trigger.
I didn't think it was going to happen because I think Tyrion is just one of those characters that will never die, unfortunately.
Hello, Ned.
I think
boom. Drop the mic.
I think again, this was Cersei. It wasn't about feelings again. I think Cersei played it out in her head, right? That's what we all should do in situations where emotions are high. Play it out, right? Play it out in your head. If she had killed him, what was Dany gonna do? She was gonna come back and burn everybody. She's gonna burn the city down. Yeah. Because Tyrion had told her, I advised her not to do that, what she originally said she wanted to do, and just come burn everything down and take over. But if Cersei had followed through and killed Tyrion, what do you think? Dany would have done that. She would have come back, and I think Cersei knew that, and she's like, I probably better not kill him as much as I want to. I think it was more of a forward-thinking thing than it was about, like, I could kill my
I don't know. I think you're making a lot of sense, Impulse. I think you're making a lot. I don't agree, but you are making a lot of sense.
How many times has Cersei been? I mean, she's always been thinking strategy, not so emotional, right?
That's correct. But here she is, and he's had about 90 seconds to get into her ear and speak some sense before he was like, give the command to cut me down. And she knew that all she would be doing was murdering her brother in cold blood, who never did anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, when at the end of the day, and then after it calms down, he goes and gets a drink for himself and gets her a drink.
Yeah.
And then he says, I loved your children. I'm sorry it came to that. And she's like, I don't care about your intentions.
Children.
2 of them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the 2 had nothing to do with killing, but she blames him for that. And
he blames himself. I mean, the dominoes fell, man.
Yep, exactly.
The butterfly effect happened. He didn't deny that. She was claiming this whole time that he was directly responsible for Joffrey, and finally she knows now that he wasn't. And here, when it comes down to it, when you play out the cards the way it happened once, he killed their dad, you can't deny it, that those 2 would be alive most likely right now had he not done that. And that was eating at him because they were good kids. They were his niece and nephew, and he loved them.
That's a good question, Navy. Is if Tommen committed suicide and Tyrion was still taking the blame for that, even himself. Why?
Just because of the way the whole thing played out. For no other reason other than the way everything played out. I mean, it could be argued that the Queen of Thorns was responsible for Tommen because she's the one who killed Joffrey, and that was why Tommen took over, the kingship. So
he wasn't ready.
It could, but the whole premise being that Tommen never would have been in that place. The daughter never would have been in that place had the father been there to, do what he does.
This is an interesting scene. The room was the same room that Tywin Lannister used several episodes as well. And I knew kind of when she was sitting there and talking about, she wanted to protect her family, and her hand suddenly went to her stomach, right? And I picked up on it, and then finally Tyrion also picked on it because she didn't drink and she had her hand on her stomach, and he's like, "You're pregnant."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's that to me reinforced that I actually don't think she's pregnant. We talked about this last week, and I'm like, I think she is, but we talked about, do you think she's faking it?
I don't
For
know.
some reason, because they drove it.
She dismissed Jaime too easily to not be pregnant. She thinks she doesn't need Jaime as much anymore because she's already extending the family with what she's got in her womb.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know, Rock On.
Maybe.
Internet's garbage tonight. Sorry.
You
Yeah.
just got to fix your tracking, Rock On. That's all. Just fix your tracking, okay? You'll be good.
Yeah. But good pickup. I actually I didn't put two and two together that she wasn't drinking. So I when I rewatched it, I realized that she'd never picked up that drink, but I thought it was more of a power stance. Like
Me too.
I'm not gonna drink a drink you poured for me.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
did they really know the effects of alcohol on a pregnancy back then? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think this is present time, man. It's just a different world.
There's no back then.
All right. In that realm.
People drank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, those people are way behind then because they should have cars.
They don't need cars.
They got ravens.
Cars.
Apparently,
Yeah,
they
faster than cars.
we had to look up how long a fortnight was because they were like, oh, if we take this road and they ride fast, they can get there in a fortnight. I'm like, how long's a fortnight? I have no idea what that meant. Apparently, it's 2 weeks, just for those wondering. So there you go. Now's that we finally got a timeline from King's Landing to Winterfell. Takes 2 weeks apparently by horse.
Yep.
So that was good to clear that up.
All right, what's next?
We head up
What's
north.
next, man?
Oh man, we're getting
head up north. This was.
I want to talk about this. Can I talk about this?
So good. Yeah.
This was
that's why
so
we're
good.
here.
First of all, and just this, go with me for a second. I have not seen the pictures. Can I assume now, since we're at this picture, we don't have a picture of Sansa and Littlefinger talking where he's...
No, I couldn't. I didn't. No,
okay,
but
that's
that was
fine.
Crazy.
So here's the deal. That scene was so beautifully done because he is puppeteering her. But as it turns out, she's puppeteering him in that scene, which is beautiful, right? But in this scene here, this is what I really, really liked about this. She was contemplating what her next step was going to be, and she's here, and then she closes her eyes right here. Right now her eyes are open, but she closes her eyes for like maybe a second. And in that moment, that moment, that blink symbolized her making the decision of exactly what she was going to do, which is the scene we'll talk about in a bit. But when she closes her eyes in this scene, now, just so you all know, Impulse and I hung out last night and watched this. What? I came home. I know. I came home.
There's no way I could watch this with you guys. I'd be dead. I'd be single.
Impulse, I came home and I watched it all again.
You did?
Yep, I did. I watched the whole thing again. I fast forwarded through some parts, but I watched it all again. When this scene came up, knowing what was about to happen, it was when she shuts her eyes, because that's to me the way great shows work, is that when you know what the outcome is, you watch them again and it changes the movie for you, right? When she closes her eyes, you're like, right now is a scene where she's deciding exactly what she's going to do. It's a beautiful scene.
I think it was a hard decision for her too, because she realized that she had to sentence him to death, basically, right? And that's not easy.
Yeah.
So.
And she's still, later you'll see she's, I don't know if there's a picture of it, but when her and Arya are talking, here, we'll get to that. Never mind. Let's move on. I don't want to get there too fast. Look at
I don't have a picture of Arya either.
I gotta be honest. I hate him so much, but I'm gonna miss the perma smirk.
Yeah.
Oh God. Creeper.
Yeah, this was wow. And Impulse, you can attest to this, okay? Back me up on this. When Sansa was talking to Arya, she's like, "You're accused of treason. You're accused of this and that." She's talking to Littlefinger, and it was before she looked over that she's talking to Littlefinger, and then she moves her eyes over, And she's like, how do you respond, Lord Varys? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm right. I'm so happy. And then remember Ari's now Ari had the smirk, dude.
Yeah.
Ari looks over. My sister asked you a question.
That was the best.
Great
My
moment,
sister asked
dude.
you a question.
Oh.
Oh man. And he's like, I'm confused. I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then
he went right into his operation.
Oh gosh.
Right into his operation.
How many excuses did he have?
If we could talk alone, please. And then when Bran repeated what he said to their father, that's when he was like, I can't. All my tool bag has nothing to offer right now.
Yeah, I was evil, so I didn't. I was in that same boat as his wife, where because Bran was there, I knew there was no way this was about Arya, because he can see everything and he knows everything. And I loved how he even came into the picture and even had a couple quotes when he backstabbed Ned. I mean,
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, when he said you said to my father, like not even I could be trusted, or don't trust anyone, or whatever it was. And it was in that moment he was like, this kid really does know everything. There's nothing I can do. And then he was like, what do I do? Here we go, down to my knees.
Yeah, groveling like the little baby he is. After he tried to say, take me home, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, nope.
I loved your mother. You betrayed her. I loved you. You betrayed me.
Oh, you
knew.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. And then, dude, I don't know what the next pick is, but man.
It's with him on his knees, just pouting.
Well, that's this one here.
There's no Arya slicing her blood on the floor. Don't worry. But the way Arya walked up to him, oh my gosh, it was just like casual, like you're done talking now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I loved about it, dude, is that they didn't give him the honor of like this glorified death. It was just Ari stepping forward and stepping back. It was like this. You don't even get anything other than this, and then off I go, and we're all going to stare at you, and on to the next scene.
But do you realize she cut his throat? Why do you think she cut his throat? So she could still use his face.
I
don't think this is the last time we see him. I think we're going to see him next season.
I thought about that, dude. Well, I mean, what was she going to do? Stab him in the face? But
I don't know. Maybe she's crazy.
I don't know. I thought about. I didn't think about that. That's why she cut the throat. But I did think. I wonder if Ari's thinking. I need to get that mug.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, Mamo. Oh, I like that. Go to King's Landing and kill Cersei.
Oh, dude,
that is good.
Momo, I swear, if you read something on the internet and you're giving something away, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
Yeah, we gotta be careful about Momo. She gives spoilers on Twitter.
Second Momo,
I see Momo's tweets come up, and I'm like this, like trying not to look, and I'm like, is it okay? Is it okay?
Oh man.
But the only issue with that happening is there's a lot of people in that room, and to keep that many people quiet about Littlefinger's death is going to be really difficult.
That's true.
Yeah, I think news is gonna spread. Like, well, finally. Yeah. Dude, so last night, Impulse's wife, I'm not gonna say it, but kind of, sort of, maybe possibly gave something away about the future. That's all I'm going to tell you.
There's nothing. But how can she give something away? It's not even
exactly. That's what I was thinking. But I don't
say it. There's nothing. It's all speculation.
I won't say it. I'm not going to do it, dude.
Okay,
I'm not going to say it. I'm only going to say that she said something, and it was like very brief. And I looked at her. I'm all, "What are you doing? Are you new to stuff?" And Impulse is like, "Get out."
That's right. She has read all the books, right? So
I didn't say get out. I was nicer than that. I said you can have a few minutes to pack your things.
Yeah,
you gotta go.
Yeah. No, but it wasn't book reading. It wasn't book reading. It was an internet thing. So.
And she'll be going to the big house. Impulse will be living in the small house. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I have that kind of power. You're right. Oh man. All right. Where were we? Back to Jamie and Cersei.
Oh
guys, man. Guys. Now, this, I swear to you, I thought he was a dead man.
That was another
close one. I did too. I didn't think Tyrion was going to die.
Hey,
I thought he was a dead man.
Shut up.
Yeah, he was.
Mkbean, Earlier, when you said, "Did you think that the mountain was going to do it?" I thought you were talking about this scene.
No.
But when I answered, I realized you weren't. But I'm saying at that moment, because in here, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, and they played it perfectly. She gives that little nod.
That's that little nod. I thought
she gave the nod. I don't understand it either.
Apparently they have some sort of code. When I go like this, that means grab your sword. If I go like this, like that means like do it, and then this is steal third. But it was kind of weird because she did the nod, and I'm like, he's dead. He's dead.
I know.
And part of me was like, dude, Jaime, turn around. Defend yourself, buddy. Yeah. Like, he didn't even turn around. And
this is not the way I wanted Jaime to die.
Yeah. And then he was like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, called her bluff.
There's no way he could have blocked it. Oh, he did. And this is where his honor finally stepped up and said, I can't do this. I'm not going to go against my word.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah. But seriously, I thought he was going to die. I had to pause it, and I had to take a breath.
Jaime's a very tough character for me because he's like a roller coaster ride. Like, you hate him one moment, and then he does something like this, and then you like him. And
he's only bad with her, dude.
Then you remember? Yeah, that's true.
They're going to die together. I think he's going to kill her at the same time he ends up killing himself. That's what I am guessing. Hey, but look what Momo's saying here. And I'm a little embarrassed that I haven't even thought about this. Seeing as though Bran knows everything, do you think he now knows that Jaime's the one who pushed him?
Well, he knows for sure because
he does. He was there. He saw that. He saw it. He saw them. He saw them together. And Jaime pushed him out the window. He definitely knows it was Jaime.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He went into a coma. Jaime? He went into a coma, dude. He woke up not knowing anything.
Oh, and forgot it all?
Oh, yeah. You know what?
He's never known. He's never known until now. He's a three-eyed raven. He knows everything. This is the only avenue he might have to knowing.
He would go revisit that then, yeah.
He would, I'm sure. And I don't think he cares because he's the three-eyed raven. That's what.
And Bran is somebody else. Path. I agree with you. Bran is somebody else. He's a three-eyed raven. Bran's somebody else. It's not like he has some sort of personal grudge on it anymore.
But you brought up a good point about it's Cersei. So whenever he's with Cersei, that's when we hate Jaime, and when he's not with her, he's a likable, great guy, right?
Yeah.
And what was it that he said when he pushed Bran out the window? The things I'll
do for love.
Things for love, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was right a precursor. That was a precursor to the dynamic between the two of them and all the energy around them season after season was that moment. And when we watched it, got a little sponsorship milk that's going on here. When we watched it, when he pushed him, that was the first episode, right? That's pilot?
Yeah, first episode.
Was it the pilot? When he pushes him and he says the things I do for love. In my teeny brain, I was like, wow, that's pretty messed up. He would do that for love. But now I see that was a precursor for like, you have no idea what my character is capable of. You know what I mean? Because of how much I love this woman, and which is complete darkness. But this scene, I believe, changed it all. I believe the schism is complete. I believe he sees her for who she is now, and this is bad news, man. They're done. I think they're done after this.
Yeah, well, he rode off. I'm assuming.
Well, he rode off.
Yeah.
I don't have a picture of that, but the interesting thing was when he rode off, what happened? No, it started snowing in King's Landing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, I knew Jon was wearing that big coat for a reason why he was there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was obviously semi-cold at that point.
He's a meteorologist. He knew it was going to snow.
I thought when Jaime looked at the snow falling, I just thought in his mind he was going, I should have packed heavier clothes. Because he's riding off on this horse. He's got no luggage or anything. He's like, oh, what he's wearing.
His gold hand could have gotten cold. So he put a glove on.
He did put the glove on.
I
thought he put the glove on. I was trying to figure out why he did put the glove on. I was thinking that he just wanted to hide the fact that he had like gold, right? Because he was going to run into some, people that might
take it off. It's not like it's super glued on or monkey glue here. Come on. Take it off.
Well, if he gets in a fight, he can always back
monkey glue.
All right, moving on. So
moving on out. What?
Oh, this was great. We're going back in time here.
The title of this picture is
they can't see it.
Okay. Theon. Close enough.
I can't see it.
I thought for a moment here that Theon was gonna die. I thought it was going to be it.
I did too, yeah.
He kept getting up, and it was like, oh, so, okay, this is Theon's braveness, is I'm going to fight.
I never thought he was going to die. I never thought he was going to die.
Butt kicked in this fight. Well, the guy was like, almost, the guy who kicked his butt got his own butt kicked from kicking his butt, apparently. Got so winded.
Yeah, he was totally out of shape. Too much Taco Bell for that guy.
Which happens in a fight, but still, how did Theon get this super energy for getting kicked in the nards?
Honestly, I think he just had kind of a moment of clarity. Like this, and this is what I mean by this, right? It was kind of bumming me out that he really is such a terrible fighter. With everything he's been through, you'd think he'd be a lot tougher than this, but he's not. But in that moment, when the guy, and I might be looking too much into it, but he kneed him in the crotch where there's nothing there, and it didn't hurt him, didn't bother him. And in that moment, he realized, like, he has one thing on his side, is that he really has gone through he's crazy, and he looks at him and he smiles at him through all the blood, that he really is kind of loco, as in, like, everything I've gone through, you pale in comparison. This beating you're giving me is a joke compared to the stuff I've done. And it's just like he had this moment of clarity. We was like, there's like almost nobody on the planet that can do to me what Ramsay did to me. So, I mean, we're just having a conversation. This is an everyday conversation in my language. You know what I mean? And he just snapped out of it, and he realized, I'm going to just do my thing. And he's not a good fighter, but he's definitely, Ramsay thickened his ability to take a beating, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Sammy really wants to know how come we never saw Pod and Bran again. And I think I know. I think I know why.
We know why. We know why.
Two things.
It was magical.
Two things. They were going to get a drink, and then after that, they're in the city with the best brothels, and it's Pod, so they're going to be a while.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's why they're missing.
Nothing essential to their characters. Like nothing real critical. We didn't need them back, I guess.
Well, they were on the other side anyway, right?
But wait, so where's Bran gonna go now? I mean, he's not gonna stay in King's Landing with Cersei, right? His bros are Tyrion and Jaime.
Once he finds out that Jaime left, I think he'll come and join him.
Or maybe we never see him again. That would suck.
Nah, we gotta see
him. What if he uses the scorpion to shoot Cersei? Well, you don't know.
Oh, man.
And then he just walks up and just pees on her face.
So, wait, before we go on, though, one of the things that we need to talk about is just that, right? We didn't really mention it, but Cersei says that I was never going to honor this plan. The whole reason why Jaime's like, whoa, nope, not gonna do that. So, and that Euron was actually going to Essos to get the whatchamacallit, the Golden Company.
Yeah, the mercenaries.
Yeah. Which is crazy because everyone thought that he just pieced out on everybody.
Yeah, she planned that whole thing. They planned that whole thing.
Which is crazy. So here's the deal. Now what happens, right? Jaime, I imagine, is going to go north. Does he then tell them that, hey, by the way, she's going to just destroy you guys because she's getting this army? Because, guys, I know this is going to be hard for Skiz to understand, but Westeros is west of Essos. Okay?
Why did you say that's going to be hard for Skiz to understand?
Sorry.
Are you just trying to earn a smack in your mouth when we meet?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, right now.
Is
it this way?
Is this Mayweather
coming
and
over
McGregor
there.
Part 2 here? Let's see. Who's
coming
the
over
boxer?
there?
Who's the
MMA?
Oh.
But what's going to happen here? I'm thinking... We're just holding
There's no compasses in Westeros.
I wish I did.
That's awesome.
Thank you, people. Thank you.
It's lost.
God. That is good.
Oh, man.
So you're going to have all these ships. And by the way, Dragonstone, all the places that Dany and Jon are going are also on the east coast of Westeros. So this entire fleet is going to go east, where Pike and the Iron Islands are on the northwest side. So it's pretty obvious if you had a dragon, hey, there's this huge fleet out in the ocean. They're going the wrong direction. You'd think she would just burn them. So I think what's going to happen in Season 8 is they're not going to last very long. They're just going to get burned up and die. They're just going to get them off the show just like they did with the Sand Snakes early on this season. He's a goner.
Gotta save Yara first. Theon's gotta save Yara.
Wherever the heck she's at. Yeah.
She's yeah.
Probably hanging out with Pod and right? She likes those places too.
Yeah,
that's true. So Sam arrives at Winterfell, and this was one of the more comical scenes, I thought.
Oh, it was
the interaction between Sam and Bran.
And Bran.
Yeah.
Bran, not Bran. Bran.
Yeah, Bran. Yeah. Sorry.
That was great, and it was funny to me because given how much Sam knows, because he just reads or whatever everything. When Bran's like, "I'm the three-eyed raven," and he's all,
I don't really know what that means.
What is that? It's like, I know everything. I don't know what that is.
and then he's like, Jon's coming up to Winterfell with Daenerys, and he bent the knee and whatever, and he's like, "Oh, did you see that in a vision?" He's all, "No, they sent me a note."
Dude, I have a message here. Right?
Yeah, that was awesome. Oops. That was awesome.
But yeah, it was interesting. He's like, yeah, they've got they got his parents wrong. He even said it. His dad was Rhaegar, and so actually, since he was born in Dorne, he's a Sand. It's Jon Sand. Well, not so much. I love how right then, like, Sam didn't even realize what his wife said in the previous episode or the episode before.
But then he acted like he understood it the whole time. Like, I transcribed his diary. I saw that. I know what you're talking about.
Well, hold on. I have a question.
That was weird. I thought that was kind of weird. They did gloss over that a lot.
Yeah. And then
where was the aha moment for Sam? I kind of assumed it was going to happen on camera as they traveled up to Winterfell, that, she was going to, like, retell him, like, "I don't think you heard me earlier, here's what I said." And then it was going to be like, oh, because he was all upset at the time, right?
Yeah. But it was funny. I mean, it's like he then also knew kind of, like, he believed Bran could go back in time and stuff. And once he told him, he's like, "Well, could you go back and see it now?" And sure enough, Bran, boom, instantly goes back, right, to kind of witness what happened, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we got some pictures here. Oh, we got it. We got a quote now.
Yeah, it's there's no compass in Westeros. That was good.
Yeah.
So
it's been added.
Yeah,
I love it.
We had a lot of pictures here that I could have brought up with Bran in front of the fire as he was.
That is okay.
You got to change it to SK.
The fire.
Compass
but we
SK.
We get a picture of the marriage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So here's Bran.
So that's Ned's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Ned's sister.
The three-eyed raven.
Yeah, there you go. So guys, I got a question for you. I mean, everything that you've heard about Rhaegar Targaryen, and especially the book readers out there, I was extremely disappointed.
Right.
I mean, it was like
you
expect
him to be awesome.
Actor. It was like the same actor who played Viserys in season 1.
Are you listening, Impulse? Are you listening to his face?
Yeah, we didn't have this
conversation. Are you listening to what he's saying? So listen to me.
We had the same exact thought.
Last night I was like, I don't understand. I know it's not like the douchey brother. Why did they pick that actor to play him?
Yeah.
And I was like, is it? I mean, are they twins or what am I missing here? Because I expected Rhaegar to be like just a lot like more like more like Thor, like Thor.
There you
Boom,
go.
I said it. Boom. Drop the chips. I expect him to be more like
I feel
Thor.
Like I'm at work again. Oh, jeez.
So we actually after we got done watching the show, we went back and we found the old episode, season 1, where Dany and her douchey brother were having conversations just to verify that was not the same actor, but they looked so much alike. And
they used the same wig, is what they did.
I think so. Yeah.
And they do that. They
just like shake
wigs.
off the dust. Here you go. Still got it from season 3 or 1. Yeah.
Well done.
But still, they should have made this guy look better. I mean, he looked like garbage. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. That's Ned's sister. That's who you fall for. Come on.
Before we get into the next picture, I just gotta say I like the title that Mkbean gave this picture. The title, it's titled The Love Boat.
You know what this is.
Oh, no.
Now, okay, Skiz, you gotta tell them I predicted this a little bit because I said something right when Danny said Danny had to make that decision. Do I fly to stay safe or do I get on a boat with Jon? And she's like, I'm going to get on a boat with Jon. And I'm like, yeah. And then she's going to say, and you need to share a bed with me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I said that way before this happened.
I'm not going to go on my dragon when I can... But it's still kind of... And it still took me by surprise when he was just like, went over and he's like, let's do this. But
I was hoping she would be like, is this a booty call?
No. I thought it would be great if she was like, I got a headache right now, and then the credits just roll. But what I was kind of confused about was I wasn't quite understanding Tyrion's disdain for this moment. Like, I literally didn't get it. He was not happy about this. Because you remember, you can see, like, the door closes and there's Tyrion staring. I'm like, why is he so upset?
He was, like, outside their door with a cup. Like, trying to listen in,
a box of donuts, dude. Wow,
no, I caught that too. I assume, there was that whole talk about successors that he had with her that she got upset about, and he was still thinking maybe like, okay, if I'm close enough and she goes down, then I could be her successor, right? And now she's realizing, weird. I think she's found a new successor. In fact, it should be the other way around, right? As we hear Bran talk about it at the end. But yeah, that was it happened.
You think that's what that is?
It happened.
Now,
that's what I thought it was.
Gorwings is saying that Tyrion thought that Jon still had honor, indicating that this was a sign that he didn't. I don't see it that way.
No,
yeah,
I don't think so.
I don't see it that way at all. There's this not breaking any sort of code or whatever. He has this attraction to his aunt. And it's kind of awesome. We joked about this last night that Bran's going to like come wheeling into the room and be like, guys, I just found out that, and he's going to look at it and be like, did you guys you didn't,
But you know what though? That's it's funny.
They're just like brushing their teeth.
That was a toothbrush, by the way.
We saw the end of one incestuous relationship with Jamie and Cersei, and the beginning of another. Okay.
Yeah, but this one's not as gross. There's something. There's something to be said about distant. Distant. It's
aunt and nephew.
Well, I know, but I don't know.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna meet
twins,
your aunt.
dude.
I'm gonna meet your aunt. I'm gonna talk to her, and be like, hey, your nephew here.
No, twins. Come on, that's a little worse.
Doesn't matter.
The twins. They didn't know. These two don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But the twins knew because they decided what they were going to wear that day every day since they were kids. They're twins.
That's why Bran's not going to care.
Yeah, the cool thing is Jon's got a great opportunity here to be not only a father, but he's also going to have a new cousin at the same time.
Yeah, I
know. Just like Evil says, just like Sammy's saying, Bran's not going to be surprised. He's going to see back in time that's what the Targaryens did. It is what they do. Yeah. And so, and I have a serious question though for Momo. How many times did you watch this scene?
Oh, because of the booty.
How many times did you pause it? Pause it? Only once. Your kids were watching it with you? What? Oh my gosh.
So
dedication.
So Gorwing says she can't have kids. Jon made a good point there about it was just that witch lady or whatever that told her she couldn't have kids. Like that's not his point was she might not be a credible source. You might not want to hang on to that idea that you can't have kids. She may have been wrong.
Danny did have a relationship for a while, with the sellsword, right? So nothing happened there.
Maybe it was him
shooting blanks.
Meet a mouth gun. Hold on, man.
Man, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
That's good seed.
Oh man, and then things went haywire up north.
Oh, this scene, dude. Oh man,
this
was hard to watch.
Some here that look pretty good. You know, they look like they're in pretty good shape.
They're fresh.
One of them, they're wildlings. They're dressed like wildlings.
The guy on the left has a cell phone. They're pretty. They're fresh. They're fresh. And then some of them will just be like boots and bones.
You see some guy in the back actually talking on his phone. Yeah, hang on, Bob. Hang on, Bob. We gotta record this scene.
Mom, hold on. God, hold on. You always bugging me. All right, and then we knew it was coming. Well, hold on. Wait. We knew the dragon was going to be involved. I did not see this coming. And this was something we talked about was is it going to be fire? What's it going to be? I still don't know. Is it plasma?
Yeah, well, we didn't know, but these guys saw something coming.
Oh, yeah.
And, oh, man. I was like...
Oh, yeah. What's their fate, guys? What is the fate of Tormund and Beric?
They're alive. They're alive.
They gotta be, right? Yeah.
This would be a terrible death. Like, it leaves it unknown. They've got to be alive. They've got to be, like, on the one side that didn't fall down.
Right. They got to be alive. Only because they didn't show it. These are huge characters. They would have shown it.
You can't just forget about these two, right?
Right.
And he has to have children with Brienne still to save the entire world.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, remember he says he wants to have babies with Brienne?
They're going to rule the world.
Oh, Brienne. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
Psycho-Reactive says, General of Game of Thrones, if you don't see the corpse there alive, not true with Stannis Baratheon. You didn't see Brienne kill him, and he's dead. Dead. So, we get to the dragon, right? Now, guys...
Blue?
What do you mean you didn't see...
We didn't see him die.
Yeah, you did. Stannis?
You just saw her with the sword, and that was it. Yeah.
Well, that was enough. Up against the tree. I mean, that was curtains, dude. But
I have a question, serious question. Okay, this was a beautiful, beautiful scene. Why does the dragon have holes in its wings?
Because that's the only way they can make it look dead.
Yeah.
That's silly.
Like, what else were they going to do to make it look dead? Well, I mean, what they do to the horses, definitely. You can tell the horses are dead.
Well, they're decaying. I mean, over time. Yeah,
this just happened.
This is too fresh.
Yeah.
That's okay.
A day and a half ago.
But it also means that a little bit more time, it won't be able to fly anymore. The aerodynamics are not there. You will not be able to create lift.
I think he's already having issues. I mean, that's a lot of holes.
Probably has to bat his wings a little bit harder than normal.
But I think that's blue fire. I don't know what blue fire is, but it works well. Let's put it that way.
Isn't blue the hottest fire? Isn't that hotter than normal?
Pretty darn quick. Jeez.
That was brutal, dude. I thought he was going to come and take out the towers or whatever. As soon as he went after the wall, I'm like, oh, this is worse than I thought. It's like, Here's a question. What exactly...
Look at Momo's question. Her statement. Exactly.
He's got mind control.
Dracarys.
None of those White Walkers ever talk to each other. They got mind control.
Yeah. Because the Night King goes like this. And they just do his bidding. So he's doing just fine sitting on top of the dragon. But when he started going after the wall, I didn't see that coming. I swear I didn't see that coming. But here's a question for you. What exactly was the Night King's plan had he not come across a dragon? What was he going to do then? Because you needed the dragon to do what they did here.
They were just going to stand at the wall and have a staring contest.
That's right. Just stare up and like, rawr.
We win. Let us through. I saw you blink.
Right. Candy Graham.
That's a good question. I mean, what were they going to do eventually? That's a great question. I mean, even in the book, there's a whole, there's a whole bunch of other things that might bring the wall down. But yeah,
maybe they were just going to bang on that door like over and over again.
I thought they were trying to get like around the wall, like they were going to.
But they can't go in water, they can't swim.
A boat or something.
I don't know about the can't swim thing because they swam down and they got the dragon out.
You didn't see that?
Well, maybe the ones that went to the bottom with the chain never came back up. So who knows?
Yeah, maybe
they're still down there, and it's not like they're dead or any more dead. They're
just floating around.
They're just down there in that same state because they can only be killed with fire and dragon glass, right? So
yeah,
they can't drown apparently.
Look what Momo's saying here, that Bran will warg into the dragon and kill. I don't think so. My wife brought this up. I'm like, no, Bran doesn't control dead things. I mean, we have to remind ourselves they're all dead. That army's dead. You know what I mean? He can't tap into the dead.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah. And there's really no purpose for him to warg into the living dragon, since it'll have a rider. I'm sure it'll be Jon.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no point, because Danny can just say Dracarys or go there or fetch me my slippers, and they'll do whatever.
Oh my gosh! I just saw this tweet. I got to retweet this out. This is just what we were talking about with Rhaegar Targaryen. Oh, this is perfect. What you?
Is there a picture of both of them side by side?
No.
Oh.
It's when you order something online and when it arrives. The difference.
Between Rhaegar, what you think and what you get.
Exactly.
Oh man.
That is so true right there. Yeah. Oh man.
Look at the Night King on top of him. That is just so frustrating.
Yeah.
That is for child. That is so irritating. He's bad. He's a bad man.
So what's gonna take down this dead dragon now? I'm thinking they need to get them spears going with some dragon glass.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow. They have to use the scorpion with dragon glass. You're right. I don't think a regular. Well.
Again, here we are again, because Jon says that they can be killed with dragon glass. I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me that during that battle, everybody you chopped up, they were still alive, living pieces? We talked about this last week.
No, they actually had they had dragon glass with them. They brought that with them from the mines up there.
So yeah, but remember when he did it with Longclaw? We had this discussion too.
Well, you're talking about the White Walker, not the others.
Oh, I am talking about. You're right. I'm talking about the White Walkers, but he fought the others with. I'm so confused. Do you need dragon glass or not?
They didn't bring a White Walker to.
I know they just brought the. I know. So what do you kill them with?
Yeah. So yeah, the only thing that I know that can kill a White Walker is
Valyrian steel. I don't care about White Walkers. The others, where do they die? How do you kill them?
Dragon glass.
Oh, but
or fire.
Or fire. Fire I get, but there was plenty of fighting going on where there was no dragon glass or fire involved, and they took out like hundreds of them last week.
But they had dragon glass last week.
Did they?
Yeah, because remember they were mining that stuff. That's and then they probably brought that stuff up there with them. They're not going to go fight these guys without the right type of weapons.
Yeah, I guess not.
But
do they just like rub it on their current weapons, or do they like stop and have it infused somehow?
Well, you notice, what's his name? Jorah actually had knives with him. He was fighting with knives, and I don't know.
Dragon glass knives?
I don't know. Well, I mean, Jon had one.
They need to make that thing ninja stars and just toss them.
I know. They need a Gatling gun.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Dude,
they got to get with the
dragon
times.
glass grenade. That's what they need.
Yeah.
They need to teach their dragons how to spit dragon glass.
Well, I think though that the dragon, since it's not a White Walker, it's more of an other. I would think that just a regular dragon could kill it with its fire. But I mean, how do you do that? Fire against fire. Are we gonna get an awesome scene like Harry Potter, where they have the wands going against each other, right? And it'd be like the blue fire and the red fire. Oh, that would be awesome.
Dragon versus dragon, air battle. I like it.
I don't know what to think here.
You got 2-on-1 though.
Somebody's got to take out that Night King, dude.
No, evil. That's terrible news.
But if they do, then there's a whole bunch that are going to go down. Somebody drops that Night King, everything he's ever brought back to dead,
that's everybody.
Whatever is going to go down, right?
That's the one thing you have to kill. Yep.
Just the Night King. Do they know that? We just we need a sniper rifle with just dragon glass.
Yeah. I think they do.
Oh man.
Even Beric was pointing at him saying, "That's the one guy I need to go after."
Yeah. Yeah, he's all him.
Don't do it right now.
Well, guys, it's going to take these guys probably a good year and a half just to get down to the next city because they walk pretty slow. They don't run unless there's a threat, and so otherwise they just kind of meander.
They just go
kicking stones.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this guy in the dragon, he must camp for a week and be like, all right, I guess we should probably go. And then he flies for 2 minutes and catches up.
Does he just fly circles? Doesn't the dragon get tired and he's got to land every once in a while?
Not when you're dead, dude. Not when you're dead.
There's a dragon like a hummingbird and just hovers over the army that's going 0.1 mile an hour.
I mean, he could go do some damage by himself right now and just start blowing up some things.
Yeah. Yeah, he could go to King's Landing or go to Winterfell right now and take it down 100%.
Ooh,
Nobody's even there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Here's the thing. Does he know where to go? Does he have a map? I mean, does he have his phone, little Google Maps on there? I mean, he doesn't even know where to go.
Who, the Night King?
Yeah.
He knows everything, dude.
How does he know that? I don't
because
know.
He's the four-eyed Raven.
The four-eyed Raven. Dang it. That's great.
I got one-upped.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, so that was that. I mean, the very bittersweet ending of the season, as usual. It's like...
Oh, it's brutal. I'm so...
I have a
now
game
we have to wait
plan.
forever.
No, not me. I ain't waiting. I have a game plan. I got it all figured out.
What are you going to do?
I am still going to spend my Sunday nights watching Game of Thrones. I started over. Last night...
I love it!
After Skiz left, I watched episode 1, season 1.
How was it?
Every week I'm going to progress by one episode. It was amazing to rewatch that. That was when they introduced the White Walkers. That's when they found the direwolves, and they were just little babies, little pups. And Jon got the runt of the litter because he didn't think he was going to get one, and he found one last second. All sorts of stuff. That was when Bran got pushed out the window. You got to see the incest scene. I mean, it was amazing, and they all were just so much younger. It was crazy.
Wow,
crazy.
That's almost it's probably almost like borders on emotional to watch that little Ari so little.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, like, there are so many things now that we have all this knowledge of what's happened. And when you go back and watch that, like, all the things that they hint towards, you're like, oh, it all makes sense now. They actually, brought this up. That this was gonna go this way. And, yeah, it's great. It's great. So that's my plan. Every week.
I might.
And I got a feeling. Let's see. We got, if I rewatch 7 seasons worth.
That's 67 episodes. So
67
weeks.
67 weeks. So I'll give them 67 weeks to come back for season 8, and that's about right from what we're talking, right? That might be about right. That's over a year. Just over a year.
You know what? It's actually going to fit perfect. Well, what happens is you'll have that, and then you'll have football, and then it'll probably start up.
Well, we are
man.
Hey, yeah, I know.
Football's
one
on
of the
its
things
way back.
I wanted to bring up, though, especially because we got a lot of the book readers in the chat, is that Bran also revealed what Jon's true name is. Did you guys hear what Jon's true name was?
What was it? Argon or something?
Aegon.
Aegon.
It was Aegon. Okay. Yep. I'll put it in the chat. So there you go. Sammy's
got
it.
Aegon, the Ghostbuster? What?
So here's my problem.
Aegon Targaryen.
Here's my problem with this name, and the book readers probably agree with me, is that Rhaegar already had a son named Aegon, so why would he have another son named Aegon? That's just weird. Rhaegar had 3 children. Aegon, he had Viserys, and he had Dany. And
interesting.
Now they have another son named... Now, in the books, there's another kind of character that might be alive. What was that one show? Daryl, actually. It was my brother Daryl.
This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl.
But that's just really weird that he named his son after his other son, who's still alive at this point.
Yeah, I didn't like that when she told him the name, it wasn't easy to hear. Had to rewatch it like 3 times, and it still was like, what? Yeah. So
I just thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense to me.
But it's going to be interesting when Jon and Dany find out their relationship, their bloodline, when they find out the truth. What's going to happen? I mean, what if they're pretty far along in this relationship by then? They're just going to be like, so you're my aunt? So you're my nephew?
The Lannisters did it.
Yeah, let's just keep doing what we've been doing, okay? Because it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, man. That does kind of suck. I gotta say. God needs to get a break.
Yep.
Well, this was a great season. This was an amazing season. Doing these
this
recaps.
Episode was great.
This episode was
amazing. Episode. Amazing end to the
season.
season.
That's how you wrap it up. Jeez.
We didn't have too many Raven speed kind of Raven travel speed things here, which was great. We didn't have to worry about, wow, they got there quick and that quick. Everything happened at a good pace.
Bran had the note from Jon about him and Dany coming up. So that seemed like it happened.
But that's
quick.
true Raven speed,
that
right?
Was,
that
yeah.
was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's gonna do it. I mean, that covers that. People are asking for a whole season in review. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that. That's a lot to cover, but I had a lot of fun doing these recaps, and would definitely do them next season. We will definitely be doing them next season. So I can't wait. It's gonna be the longest wait ever for season 8.
Oh my gosh!
I think
really
I got it
is.
figured out. I think I figured out how to fill in the gap. So that'll be cool.
So
thank you to everybody for joining us and having these talks with us, and just a ton of fun to do this. And like Impulse said, we'll do this again. But I had fun. I had fun doing these. It was like reliving the episode's over and I'm instantly sad. But now because of this, it was like the episode's over and then I had this this recap to look forward to. So it helped mitigate that a little bit. But now we got to wait 20 years.
Yeah, now the extra bittersweet. I think that's why we're dragging our feet on into the stream here. But yeah, it's gonna be a wait.
Navy Girl, there's a really quick, easy answer. On Monday nights, you're gonna be watching Monday Night Football now. Okay.
She's like,
oh yes,
that's what's gonna happen.
That's right, man.
We're gonna have to do a review show of the Cardinals football game. Is what we're gonna have to do.
Man, yeah.
Can you believe aliens made that call?
It's just me upset for an hour. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
That's not going to go over well. How about Skiz and I review how our fantasy football team did over the weekend?
Yeah. Oh, we got ourselves.
You guys are in it again, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. This is our lineup
Johnson,
right here,
buddy.
Right there. David Johnson, DeMarco Murray, Russell Wilson, T.Y. Hilton, Jordan Reed. We got some good players.
Were you guys the #1 pick?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And I also have Russell Wilson and David Johnson.
Wow.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for showing up every Monday night and hanging out with us. Obviously, we couldn't have done this show without you guys, so it was really, really fun to hang out and just talk some Game of Thrones, a show that we all love and enjoy. So, all right, guys. Yeah. Of course, I'll see you for your other streams, but it's like I said, it's been fun. And thanks again.
Thank you guys.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye-bye.